How's it, folks? Ladies, gents? So this episode, I'm just going to break it down really a little bit. What the first week was like. Talking to Peloton is that it was probably the hardest week everyone's had this year. So guys have done the Tour de France, also been checking their files from the weeks they had in the Tour de France, and by far, chatting even to Louis and Mike, he said to me this was the hardest week he's had all year. So it was a really grueling week. So I think I'll just go and just look at the heart rate files and things like that. Unfortunately, I didn't have my power meter on, trying to get the weight down on the bike, but I'll kind of show you a little bit of hours wise, kilojoules wise, and go through that whole process. So I hope you enjoy this episode. In my Instagram, there's the photo there of Paddy Bevan putting his hands up at the same time as Chris Froome. So every day we go in the presentation, they read your palmares or your results, and then they say your name and you put your hand up and you show it to the crowd. But this time, the reason why Paddy was doing it was kind of to mock me, because the day before they'd read out all my results. I put my hand up, and then I was kind of asleep on the presentation there. They read out like 4 times Tour de France winner of the Giro d'Italia, 2 times Volta winner, blah blah blah, and then obviously called out Chris Froome, and I just put up my hand naturally. So there are 2 of us putting our hands up, and I glanced over at Froome and I was thinking, geez, why is he putting his hands up? And then I'd kind of realised that I was the idiot out of the situation. So I had a good chuckle, but I think it just shows, the concentration levels are not as high as they are. You kind of use your energy now exactly where you need to, and everything else is in this autopilot. This is the second week. We've already, this time I'm doing this video now is on stage. We're going to stage 14, going into the mountains. Had a crack yesterday at the stage, didn't go very well. Trying to give myself the best chance possible, but I just didn't have the goods. So now I'm going to go through the rest of the race. So let's see how we go. Guys, I hope you enjoy this content.
Another day, another presentation. Contando un equipo excelente, hacer para el campo de Peña Blanca. Así fue, venció el camino de etapa del Tour de Romandía, Patrick Perrine. Hay el camino ciclista sudafricano, campeón líder del Tour de Francia 2013. Venció la etapa en el Tour de Francia del año 2019. Concretamente en Brühl. Ha ganado la Vuelta a Suiza, ha ganado el Tour de Londres, Daryl Impey. Desde Italia también le contamos en la línea de San. En su quinta participación en la Vuelta también fue súper combativo del Tour de Francia, Alessandro De Marchi. Y para concluir la presentación, esto es ganador de la Vuelta a España, ganador de 4 Tours de Francia, la clasificación general, un británico que también ha ganado la clasificación general de Italia. ¿Dónde están los aplausos para Christopher Froome?
Paddy,
Daryl.
Rumours are that the first week in the Vuelta was harder than any week in the Tour de France.
I
agree with that, eh?
Yeah.
What was your TSS for the week?
1740.
What do you reckon, Alessandro? The first week?
First week?
First week was tough, eh?
I don't remember the first week.
Basta. Solid first week in the Vuelta. Then we've had a few easier days, yeah? Easier days. Easier than the first week. But now the weekend is kicked on. They love to put the dramatic stages on the weekend, so we've got the big days coming up now. Paddy's looking for form in the cupboards there. I've been looking under my pillow and my mattress. I've been looking for form everywhere. So Alessandro's looking for form. He's trying to find some form.
I don't find it.
No, it's been a tough old week. Anyway, we gave yesterday a crack. Didn't have the legs to deliver anything, but now we've got the mountain stages, and it's going to be a tough Saturday and Sunday, and then a transfer. So we'll just chuck a transfer in, to make it a bit easier. Form's not in your shoe, mate.
What?
You're also looking for form. Shit. We're going to wait for Froome to come in and ask him if he's been looking for form.
What are you filming?
Look at it, Froome.
Yo,
What are you doing?
putting some music on.
I thought you were trying to perform.
None of that around here, mate. None of that around here.
Look at this.
You're a bit salty there, Daryl.
A little bit salty. Wow.
Eh?
Look at this guy.
I'm a bit salty too.
Yes. That was a hard start, eh, Froome? How was it chopping off there with all those guys there at the end?
That was horrible. I think there were about 50 of us on the back.
It wasn't a fun day.
No.
It really was not a fun day. And Carapace won again. Blood. They tasted blood. Froome.
Remco.
In a day like this,
Yeah.
what would you do with in the GC when you were at the GC Hope? What would you do when you smelled blood?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see now what Visma are going to do. Ineos as well, I think they're going to start pushing on the cracks because Remco's team has been, they're on the limit, and Remco himself is on the limit.
I think the peloton's on the limit.
Everyone's on the limit.
We shall see what happens this weekend. You'll probably know by the time this comes out, but anyway, this is us banter. So here we are, the Volta. What's it like to ride a Grand Tour? She's no jokes, folks. It's been a hard gig. The last couple of days here haven't been easy. Been really, really tough racing, and a lot of guys are comparing, like I said to you in the last little clip there, was that a lot of guys are comparing this first week in the Volta to be one of the hardest they've ever experienced. So I thought I'd quickly show you here what it's about. You can see on the rest day, that was on the Monday. We flew from Holland, remember. Before that, I mean, we had quite a light week leading into it. We had a few Triple T efforts, and then we only did 18 hours. Total test score of 777. So training score of 77, so the TSS. But then basically we were going into the Volta now in the second week, and we can see now we've done a duration of 31 hours, 38 minutes for the week riding. Kilometers, nearly 1150. The TSS here is 1470. So I want you to ignore it a little bit because it's normally the TSS is based on the power meter. I've taken the power meter off for this race, so that's going to throw it a little bit off. So I'll probably get my coach, and we'll probably have to get a rough guesstimate of what the power TSS is. But this is a heart rate TSS, which is still accurate, but not as accurate as the power one. But yeah, we can see 17,400 meters of elevation gain. That was a very, very big week, and it's very, very solid. So, but look, that's I think we've been able to establish that the first week of the Volta has been very, very tough. We've seen a lot of guys tired, even in the second week here, myself included in that bunch. Rode the TT day, the race day went easy, then I had the TT the next day, cruised that, then next day was like a sprint day, cruised that, and it was only by the time Friday came around that I actually went for the stage. So came short, very short, but I think as you can see, if you dive into some of these files, it's particularly the weekends here at the Volta are very tough because people want to see the race on the weekend. People at home watching, it's the most viewership, so the races are, they stack it on the weekend. So we had a pretty rough run into this event, run into these races, but yeah, I mean, you can analyze, and this is a great thing with Training Peaks is, just basically, this is probably a bit of an easier, although my heart rate is pretty low, don't let that fool you. I'm older, and I think I was actually poked at the end of the week, so you can see the heart rate's not even going up, it's not even going up. If you compare it to like a stage like the Volta stage 13, where I was going for it in the final, looking at that one, they're reaching close to 181 beats, obviously going max on the pedal. I don't know what my max power was, but just to give you an indication of it was quite a simple day. The break went away at the start, so that's why the average heart rate is pretty low, but then it also is an indicator to me that I'd freshened up to race. So we still got two more weeks of this stuff, so
It's going to be very, very tough and demanding. It's going to be interesting. We're already on Saturday now, so you are going to be able to see. We're probably going to reach about another 27-hour week, I'd say. 27 hours weeks, and some of this doesn't even include the neutral zones and things like that. So, and riding back from the top of the hill back to the bus and things like that. So, we've actually probably spent more than what you actually see on this Training Peaks thing, but it's a very, very good indicator of what we've been going through here. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I also feel sorry for us when you think some of those days where the brake just goes off the start and nobody gives you any action. It's because everybody in this race has done all of this preparation, all of these things, and building into this race. It's been very, very tough. So spare us a thought. Be lekker. Thanks for watching. See you later.